From million-dollar Tigers to affordable Kübelwagens, we're revealing what these legendary machines actually cost in today's collector market. Whether you're a dreamer with deep pockets or just curious about the economics of armored history, these prices might shock you. Let's begin with the battle tanks that defined armored warfare. Panzer Y. The Panzer Y starts our journey at a surprisingly accessible $150,000 to $300,000 when examples appear at auction. Its training tank origins mean more survived than you'd expect, making it the entry point for serious collectors. Panzer II. The Panzer II commands $250,000 to $450,000, reflecting its role as an actual combat vehicle. Only a handful remain in running condition worldwide, driving prices above its smaller predecessor, Panzer III. The Panzer III fetches $600,000 to $900,000 when one surfaces at military vehicle sales. Early war workhorses like this carry premiums because collectors want the tank that rolled into France and Russia. Panzer IV. The Panzer IV reaches $800,000 to $1.2 million, justified by its status as Germany's most produced tank. Auction records show fierce bidding whenever a restored example appears, with museums competing against private buyers. Panzer 38T. The Panzer 38T sits at $400,000 to $700,000, slightly cheaper due to its Czech origins. Despite its foreign design, collectors value its reliability and the fact working examples actually exist. Tiger Eye. The Tiger Eye explodes into $2 million to $3.5 million territory, more than most luxury homes, with only 6 running examples worldwide. Owning this legend costs more than a private jet. King Tiger. The King Tiger pushes even higher at $4 million and up when one theoretically comes to market. Its rarity makes the Tiger. I look common by comparison, with private collectors guarding these jealously. Panther. The Panther seems almost affordable at $1.5 million to $2.5 million, though that's still supercar money. Built to counter Soviet armor, it now costs as much as 20 original Willys Jeeps combined. Tiger II. The Tiger II commands the same stratospheric pricing as its King Tiger designation, essentially becoming museum-only territory. Insurance valuations alone reach 7 figures before anyone discusses actual purchase. Sturmgeschütz III. The Sturmgeschütz III offers relative accessibility at $800,000 to $1.2 million for the Wehrmacht's most produced armored vehicle. Workhorse status means more survived, but assault gun collectors still fight fiercely over every example. But not all German armor commands millions. Specialized vehicles reveal surprising economics where rarity sometimes trumps fame. Moving from battle tanks to specialized killers, we discover that niche roles sometimes command even more shocking prices than legendary names. Marder II. The Marder II trades between $400,000 and $700,000, reflecting its improvised nature as a stopgap tank destroyer. Its exposed crew compartment makes it less desirable than enclosed designs, keeping prices relatively accessible. Marder III. The Marder III climbs to $500,000 to $800,000, thanks to better protection and the proven Czech 38T chassis underneath. Private sales indicate collectors appreciate its balance of lethality and survivability. Hetzer. The Hetzer commands $600,000 to $900,000, driven by a devoted cult following among tank destroyer enthusiasts. Its compact design and aggressive looks punch above its weight in auction bidding wars. Jagdpanzer IV. The Jagdpanzer IV reaches $1.2 million to $1.8 million when examples surface at specialized military sales. Low-profile hunters like this cost more than many bigger tanks simply because so few survived the war. Jagdpanther. The Jagdpanther shocks at $2.5 million and beyond, exceeding even Tiger I prices in some cases. With perhaps 3 running examples worldwide, this is rarer than the legends and priced accordingly. Jag Tiger. The Jag Tiger enters theoretical territory at $5 million a plus, assuming one ever left museum custody. only 2 complete examples exist globally, making price discussions almost meaningless for private collectors. Nashorn. The Nashorn fetches $700,000 to $1.1 million for its open-topped, long-range sniping capability. Auction records show serious tank destroyer collectors will pay premium prices for this Hornet's unique profile. Hummel. The Hummel artillery piece commands $750,000 to $1.2 million when functional examples appear at estate sales. Self-propelled artillery attracts fewer bidders than tanks, but surviving vehicles remain extraordinarily rare. Vespe. The Vespe sits at $500,000 to $800,000, slightly cheaper than its larger Hummel cousin. Lighter artillery vehicles survived in greater numbers, though greater remains relative in this rarefied market. Grill. The Grill ranges from $450,000 to $750,000, reflecting its compact size and limited production numbers. Museums hold most examples, making private ownership nearly impossible, regardless of offered price. Whirlwind. The Whirlwind anti-aircraft tank surprises at $900,000 to $1.4 million, driven by its distinctive quad-gun turret. Unique variants like this command premiums beyond more common types, with collectors paying for visual drama. Ostwind. The Ostwind matches its Whirlwind sibling at $1 million to $1.5 million, despite simpler single-gun configuration. Extreme rarity trumps armament when only museum pieces exist to establish theoretical values. But forget the armor for a moment. Even unglamorous German trucks and half-tracks command prices that would buy luxury homes. Continuing with the workhorses that kept the Wehrmacht moving, we discover where collectors can actually afford to enter the German military vehicle market. SD-Kfz. 251 half-track. The SID Kfz 251 half-track commands $250,000 to $500,000, offering affordable armor for collectors priced out of tank ownership. Hundreds of restored examples exist worldwide, making this the most accessible tracked armored vehicle. SD-Kfz 250 half-track. The CD-Kfz 250 half-track fetches $200,000 to $400,000, cheaper than its larger cousin due to reduced carrying capacity. Private sales show steady demand from collectors wanting German armor without 7-figure investment. SD-Kfz 7 half-track. The Steady KFZ 7 half-track reaches $300,000 to $600,000 when these capable prime movers appear at military auctions. Artillery towing heritage adds premium over simple troop carriers, but prices remain remarkably reasonable. Kübelwagen. The Kübelwagen finally drops below $200,000 at $80,000 to $150,000, delivering iconic German transportation within luxury car pricing. More survived than any other Wehrmacht vehicle, making this the collector's realistic entry point. Schwimmwagen. The Schwimmwagen commands $150,000 to $250,000, with amphibious capability doubling the price of standard Kübelwagens. Auction records show consistent appreciation as collectors prize its unique crossing capability. Opel Blitz truck. The Opel Blitz truck trades at $60,000 to $120,000, proving workhorse vehicles remain surprisingly affordable despite wartime service. Restoration projects start even cheaper, with running examples commanding the upper range. Mercedes L3000 truck. The Mercedes L3000 truck fetches $70,000 to $130,000, slightly above Opel pricing due to luxury brand cachet. Private collectors report these as reliable parade vehicles that won't bankrupt maintenance budgets. Büsing Nag truck. The Büsing Nag truck sits at $50,000 to $100,000, reflecting its utilitarian purpose and less glamorous manufacturer. Working trucks exist across Europe, making ownership genuinely achievable for dedicated enthusiasts. Zundap KS750 motorcycle. The Zundap KS750 motorcycle drops to true affordability at $35,000 to $60,000, finally reaching everyday collector territory. More survived than almost any other German military vehicle, creating an active restoration community. BMW R75 motorcycle. The BMW R75 motorcycle commands slightly more at $40,000 to $70,000, with brand prestige adding premium over Zundap equivalents. Military vehicle shows feature dozens of these, proving German history doesn't require mansion-selling funds. Kettenkrad. The Kettenkrad reaches $90,000 to $140,000, with its motorcycle track hybrid novelty driving prices higher than pure motorcycles. Collectors pay premiums for conversation piece vehicles that look like nothing else on Earth. SDKFZ 222 armored car. The SDKFZ 222 armored car jumps back to $400,000 to $800,000, reminding us that armor always commands serious money. Four-wheeled reconnaissance vehicles remain rare enough that museums outbid private buyers. SDKFZ 234 Puma. The SDKFZ 234 Puma reaches $700,000 to $1.1 million for its 8-wheeled sophistication and enclosed turret design. Auction appearances trigger fierce competition among armored car specialists who understand true rarity. But the real surprises lurk among specialty vehicles where pricing becomes theoretical and insurance valuations replace market reality. Finally, we reach the weird, the rare, and the irreplaceable, where prices become theoretical and museums hold monopolies over machines that defied conventional warfare. Karlgerät. The Karlgerät siege mortar carries insurance valuations approaching $15 million, though no museum would consider selling these 2-ton shell launchers. When institutions transport these between facilities, specialized coverage alone costs more than most collector vehicles. Goliath remote mine. The Goliath remote mine surprises at only $30,000 to $50,000 accessible because modern reproductions flood the collector market. Original examples command premiums, but this tiny remote-controlled track vehicle remains achievable compared to its massive cousins. RSO Tractor. The RSO Tractor trades between $80,000 and $150,000, with its obscure Eastern Front origins keeping prices remarkably low. Utilitarian design means fewer collectors chase these compared to combat vehicles, creating opportunities for budget-conscious historians. Porsche Tiger VK4-501P. The Porsche Tiger VK501P prototype exists only in museums with theoretical valuations exceeding $10 million if one somehow reached private hands. Ferdinand Porsche's rejected Tiger design now costs more than the production model it lost to. Elephant. The Elephant tank destroyer commands hypothetical prices around $8 million, assuming museums ever considered parting with their Ferdinand conversions. Only museum pieces survive, making private ownership essentially impossible regardless of offered sums. SDKFZ 263 command vehicle. The SDKFZ 263 command vehicle reaches $600,000 to $900,000 for its specialized 8-wheeled radio configuration. Unique command variants add $200,000 premiums over standard reconnaissance cars, rewarding collectors who understand historical significance. SDKFZ 10 half-track. The SDKFZ's 10 half-track fetches $180,000 to $350,000, offering the smallest and most affordable tracked armor option. Light prime movers like this survived in decent numbers, making Wehrmacht half-track ownership genuinely accessible. Captured French tanks. Captured French tanks in German service trade between $200,000 and $600,000, complicated by murky ownership histories and political sensitivities. Saumur S-35s wearing Wehrmacht crosses create fascinating historical puzzles that collectors either embrace or avoid entirely. Maus Super Heavy Tank. The Maus Super Heavy Tank stands literally priceless, with only one complete example existing in Kubinka Museum outside Moscow. Insurance valuations reportedly exceed $50 million for this 188-ton behemoth. One Maus costs more than 20. Tiger is combined, assuming value beyond museum custody even exists. From $30,000 remote mines to priceless museum pieces weighing nearly 200 tons, the German war machine's surviving remnants now tell stories measured in rarity and dollars. Total cost to own one of everything approaches $150 million, assuming you could even locate them all for sale.